I was just laughing to myself, Issa, because I was remembering a particular location that we did dawah in, and I thought you was going to mention it, but
where in Bolivia?
Broomsticks.
Oh, the witch market. Oh, we have to speak about the witch market,
Witches
man.
market.
SubhanAllah. This is what I was telling you. It's been so long, I can't remember all the stories. But so we go to the witch market in Bolivia, right? And they've got like these llama fetuses everywhere.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre, right?
Because I don't know why they were doing that. Maybe there's something within the llama that they probably.
I think it signifies something of like birth and something new.
Yeah.
But they were dead llama fetuses, right? But apparently, before any building is constructed, they will go and they'll do a ceremony there, right? And they'll take like a dead llama. I mean, there's clear magic there, right? This is not like tricks or anything, right? They're actually doing rituals. Yeah, they're doing rituals. So before they build this building, right, they take the llama fetus and stuff like that, and they do the ritual of death or something there. And I think the llama fetus represents something of like birth and like a new beginning, right? And they sacrifice that or something, and then they build the building there. So we went to this market, which is called the witch market, and it's like full of like
all little stores of the
llama fetuses, frog hands, all of this stuff, and people take
spells and potions.
Spells and potions. People take this to do magic and so on. I'm sure you can find people there who also go and do actual magic for you, right? And it's got a lot to do with, obviously magic has got a lot to do with doing sacrifice for, you know, like shaitan and stuff like that. And it was freaky. And you know, they didn't like being filmed, right?
They didn't like being filmed, and you would occasionally give them a bit of dawah materials. They look at it, and just give it back.
Yeah.
And I was imagining like seeing some rat run across the road and go, Issa, no! Issa!
Like
honestly, I was like, because the way they give it back, like,
subhanAllah. And it was quite strange, Jamal, because you know what, subhanAllah, we didn't experience that with the normal people in Bolivia.
No.
Right? Not that we're criticizing them. I'm sure they're nice people as well and we'll guide them, but their attitude was a bit different in this area. And I know one thing about the filming, they don't like it because they're like, you know, you don't want to buy it from us. I'm sure everyone comes and films and just takes pictures. And they're like, we got kids to feed and everything. Obviously, what they're doing is completely haram, right? But I've noticed this in Malaysia as well. There's a fruit called durian. Apparently, it's the stinkiest fruit in the world. It smells like a dead cat and everything. And I wanted to try and smell it, but you know, when you go to them saying, can you smell it? They're like, not interested. They're like, no. They're very rude like that. But that's because everyone just goes to them and wants to smell it and not buy it from them, right? I ended up eating durian. I actually like it quite a lot, right? You just have to cut your nose from the smell, and if you, because you learn that in scuba diving, right? They like take off your mask and stuff just to practice in case you have an emergency under the water, like you lose your mask or something. What do? So you learn to cut your nose and not breathe from your nose. So when you go scuba diving and you breathe, and that's not on, the first time you do it, water goes up your nose because you don't realize, even though you think you're not breathing from your nose, you breathe a bit from your nose. So I learned to cut that off to pass my tests, right? So then with durian, I learned to just not smell whatsoever and just eat.
It's a bit counterintuitive though, isn't it? Like something stinks and you'll be like, I'm going to eat that.
Yeah, well, subhanAllah, I don't know what it is. It's just, it's very unique though. But anyways, back to the witch market. That was a strange experience, subhanAllah.
So we walked through the market and giving dawah where possible. Quite interesting. But what I remember is the brothers were laughing at me because someone was laughing at me. I was having a conversation with Yusuf's brother. I forget his name now. And they were just laughing because I was having this conversation.
I remember that. You were talking to him, you were walking, and I was quiet. And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, wow, mashallah, Jamal's talking a lot, And you're telling him, so basically that camera, the lens you want to get is...
Yes, he was asking me about cameras, that's
the
right.
one,
Yes.
I'm like, Jamal, stop talking. Because we were walking on a slight uphill. But because even standing there, you find it difficult to breathe. When you walk uphill, it's like you can't breathe and you just have to stop talking. It's as if you were running. You know, when we run and we talk, we should take breaths. That's what happens then when you walk, like an uphill. And I remember that.
Yeah, that was really serious. And it's funny because no one is, what's the word? No one is resistant against that altitude sickness, because even someone that lives there, the minute they go to a lower altitude, like for visit family or friends for a week or so, when they come back, they get exactly the same.
They get the same. The body it
everyone
changes.
Everyone gets it.
Subhanallah.
Incredible.
But subhanallah, what an incredible experience in Bolivia and Peru. And you know what the amazing thing is, that in both these countries, we don't obviously go there, just do dawah and then disappear, right? We actually have people who work here like full time, like Yusuf full-time works there, Umar works in Peru, and they have teams that they build of like 15 people. So when you see us do a video and you donate 10-20 pounds and they think, okay, well, they went, now what, right? I mean, you saw the new Muslim class of that sister who took Shahada. She was
Amazing.
doing the Salah workship the next day after the Shahada.
Yes.
And even in Peru,
couldn't
the
get
stuff
enough.
Umar does, Umar went back to them. I still see pictures,
Yeah.
right, of Umar visiting these places again. And it's incredible, mashallah.
Yeah.
So, guys, click subscribe on the Dawah Diary. This was a longer one discussing, part 2 of the Bolivia and the Peru, mashallah. But inshallah, follow us. We'll come with many more episodes of Dawah Diaries, inshallah, just the beginning. And you'll get a nice insight into what it's really like being on the ground in these Dawah Diaries, Dawah missions. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.